few weeks ago at Rising Grind.
Indeed.
Another fantastic event, and Shu took it there. In, I believe, a pretty dominant fashion. I think it was a 3-0, 3-1. But I did watch some of that match, and I didn't have to stick around to watch the rest of it. I'll say that much. But every day is a different day, and this is Championship Sunday. I know we got the, flavorful tag coming in on Grayson as well. Maybe this will be a big change of pace and finally put Grayson on the board in the head-to-head, or maybe Shu is going to run away with it going into Game 1 on Pokemon Stadium.
Well, I'm excited to see how it goes up at PS2, the classic starter, and trying to start it off hot, but now Grayson gets his big opening immediately, and that's, I feel like, going to be kind of the dynamic, is that ZSS has a way to open up Rob, but Rob has many ways to kind of open up ZSS as well and punish some, really out of position movement.
Right.
I feel like if anything for both of these players, it is going to be all about that in particular, where you're positioning yourself and not giving your opponents the big setups, and Grayson finding one just 30 seconds in the Game 1.
Yeah, I think the story that we saw in the side stream set earlier when Shu played against the Rob is you cannot be predictable. Any piece of movement that gets called out by the opponent, especially Rob, is going to get punished heavily. And we saw it right there, catching that jump from ledge with a big smash attack, and Grayson putting a little combo together almost. But Shu finding a way out, trying to put some pressure on here. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, Shu trying to use all of that movement without trying to actually commit to anything big. Again, taking advantage of ZSS's ability to position, but again, finding herself out of position, Grayson immediately ready with the big punish, and I mean, what, a minute into the game, up 3 stocks to 1. That speaks to what Grayson can do when he is on.
Exactly, I think you're definitely seeing Grayson on right now. Some really good pressure. The side special not finding the stock quite yet. And good stuff from Grayson, kind of taking the long way back most of the time. Unfortunately, though, that time he got scouted out. Good stuff from Shu, picking up that stock with the back air.
I didn't see whether or not that back air was untechable. It can be very early on, but regardless, Grayson could not or did not tech, found his way into the blast zone, but don't think he has too much to worry about at present time unless Shu can really get an instant download in this Game 1 on that neutral game where ZSS can really start to dominate over Rob, because 84% you are already getting into those confirm windows. Big damage but no spike on that flip kick.
Yeah, still some good knockback. Sets up for another extended edge guard here. The gyro helping out too. Looking for the jump, but not quite getting it. And the roll on. So smart in that situation.
Yeah, a bit committal with that grab. Maybe trying to look for a throw into another flip kick, see if that's going to be available, but not able to find such a thing. We will get another edge guard scenario though, and Shu is happy to go deep. Right, she's definitely happy to chase you out off stage because ZSS can really go a long way without being super committal, but now 124, stray hits from Rob can do it. Apparently the stray little hit of that side B can as well, so this goes to last stock, and I mean, I've seen Shu have some explosive stocks before.
Yeah, that is an understatement to say the least. Already keeping the pressure up, the gyro coming in so clutch for Grayson. Can't really make any mistakes if you're Shu, but so far, that is not something we have to worry about. Shu playing pretty immaculately, and look at this vertical combo.
Oh.
No,
oh my God!
It sounded like it connected, but the big hits didn't come out. What a dodge on the laser. The gyro still hitting, but the flip kick, what a scramble on the right side.
Still able to hang on just barely after that nair at 169, but the next sweet spot gonna be too much. Grayson clutching it out, but Shu, I mean, so close to the comeback, and you can see both of these players are just like, geez, that was a lot closer than I anticipated on either end of the emotional spectrum.
Exactly. It looked like the Grayson show for the first 30 seconds, but Shu played nearly perfect in that last stock, right? We said, she cannot make one mistake, and unfortunately, after about a minute and a half, she made just one ever so slightly, but because of that sort of uproarious opening. I'm sorry, the music change got me. The uproarious start from Grayson, it was hard to kind of come back from that deficit, but we have plenty of games to be played here, going right back into it for Game 2 on small battlefield.
If I know anything, this is a Grayson song pick if I've ever heard one. Which I've never really perceived him as a song picker, but I know that he has a DK that he likes to bust out on occasion. Probably not in this matchup, but
right.
This is the vibe right now. So it's a party after that first game.
Definitely. And Grayson, I've talked to very briefly, but always talked about how Grayson's just such a big fan of real hip hop. So finally little applicable soundtrack too. Almost putting together a wild combo, but it's going to be that vertical combo you've seen so many times. But Shu, unfortunate miss, and the gyro also breaking up that pressure.
I didn't see if Grayson actually Z-dropped that or if that was knocked out of the knockback, but if that was, you know, the pure luck of I took knockback and I dropped my item, that's really unfortunate for Shu. Definitely could have had a stock, but ball don't lie. That up smash is also not quite going to function correctly, so both players get to hold on to their stocks until Grayson gets another read on positioning pretty early on with an up smash.
No one fools Grayson 3 times. Back air going to open up the stage. Shu looking for a lot, and Grayson tries to respond with that flip kick. So very important, especially off stage right there, letting Shu go so deep. Looking for possibly a forward air or a back air for the stage spike. It's going to be a big mix-up.
Ooh. Committing to that forward smash, though, so much end lag that Grayson gets to get exactly the combo starter that he wanted. Taking Shu all the way up to 45% to 1 string of advantage right there. And I love the way that he just takes a little bit of stage and then turns it into a stock. And just like game 1, going up 3 stocks to 1.
And we talked about it so many times, and it's just come up so many times. One small mistake, both players are ready to capitalize. That mistech was just so small, but Grayson pushing so much advantage out of it. Oh, so tough.
She was just not able to find something to close out the stock. And meanwhile, the numbers begin to climb as Grayson can rack up his own combos. Up tilt finally scooping up that large frame of Rob. But again, we are in the exact same situation as that game 1. Shu has definitely demonstrated the ability to get back into a game, but really needs to buckle down on the gameplay to make it happen.
We're already seeing some good ideas here, but Grayson just sneaking out of a lot of these combos. The forward air, really good option, disadvantage to break up that edge guard on the left, and looking for something crazy, but it's gonna be the down air, beating out the boost kick. And what a fantastic showing from Grayson.
Really, really good stuff from him there. And I think that at a certain point, I think he just really started picking up on Shu's timing.
Right.
I think that she was really just, okay, one move is finished, now I'm going to throw out another one. And with ZSS, you often have the privilege to be able to do that because you're so mobile. A lot of your moves are very non-committal and pretty difficult to punish. But, I mean, as long as you know what's going to happen next, or at least when it's going to happen, with a character like Rob, who also has large hitboxes, lingering hitboxes, projectiles, all those things that you can throw out to cover a wide range of options all at once, then, you know, things can start to go well. And he was very willing to take trades and things like that. So the dynamic will now shift as Shu goes over to the Mario. A very solid secondary for her. And considering what we saw Mario do earlier against Grayson, may end up being a wise choice.
I was going to say, you have plenty of notes to work with. That first set that we saw in this block was definitely the Mario show. But Grayson probably also with a little bit more information, you know, than he started the day with. So we'll see how it works out. Already Shu with some classic vertical combos, but the down air is not going to take it quite yet. Let's see if the next one will do it. Oh.
I mean, just the same combos that we saw Dark Wizzy going for, but not going for them at the percents where they're going to land the KOs, just looking for the damage. And that has been a bit of a difference, is that Shu has had trouble closing out stocks, particularly in that ZSS versus Rob portion. And already a little bit of it with the Mario, still not able to take it with up smash. I mean, literally 0.5% more would have taken it.
Yeah, it was so close, too. It's some other fantastic ideas. We almost saw the forward smash, but it's going to be the down smash from Grayson, covering so many options over on the right side. But there is that up smash. Evens it right back up, already looking a little more comfortable than that last game.
And this is something that, again, you know, you go in with the confidence of, I know how I'm going to be able to try to just knock over Rob off of his knocked feet.
Right.
And deal a ton of damage and then take that stock. But, I mean, that's the question, right? You have to be able to get the big openings and really make him pay for the times you get in, because Rob makes it tough for Mario to get in.
But Shu is definitely capitalizing a lot of percent, and it's getting to that dangerous spot for Rob. The up air is not going to connect to that sweet spot of the forward air, but it does set up for an edge guard opportunity. Let's see if Shu can make it happen. Barely missing with that back air.
It's really important, by the way, that on those up airs near the ledge that you DI in that situation to make sure that the forward air is going to sour spot, because she's going to have the frames to be able to connect it anyways. You may as well make sure that you don't die for your troubles.
Right. Oh, okay, I like that route around the gyro and the patience of the shield. Not what Grayson was expecting, and that is making all of the difference right now. We got the back throw here. Should be able to live. But still
pretty
a really
solid.
good spot. Yeah, it wasn't even close, actually. My bad.
Maybe went into the magnifying glass, got into the bubble, but Now we'll get blast zone by that down air, so Shu finally able to find solid footing, no pun intended, in this game number 3. Will she be able to play with an extended lead, though? I think she really needs to get reset to neutral to really get Grayson to respect the situation that he's in here. That, I mean, Mario with Rage getting an opening can be very scary.
Yeah, we already see that one grab. Grayson decides to hit out of there as soon as possible. Goes for a little bit too much to try and punish that landing, and it's going to be a big opportunity for Shu here. I love that extension, the neutral air into the up air, the forward air. Again, some great DI from Grayson. Not really finding the sweet spot, but still 80%.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, a bit unwise to go off stage against Rob, assuming that you're going to be able to land that, but yeah, Shu, I mean, already has Grayson at 98%, so certainly does not spell the end of this game, but we have seen too many times where somebody feels themselves a little bit too much, and then it gives somebody the ability to come back, and they just take it all the way to the bank.
Right, especially if we remember the very first stock from Grayson Dark Wizzy. We know that Grayson can put something crazy together, especially if you catch Mario off the stage. She's got to be careful right now, but looks pretty comfortable right here. The trump into the back air, and what a hitbox.
Not able to take it, though. Grayson was just like way too close to the stage for it to carry him all the way into the blast zone, so now sitting at 153. Tons of rage, and if he's just able to get a couple more stray hits, he would have been able to get back in there, but Shu, plenty of anti-airs, saw that up smash come in to great effect in the matchup. We talked about it in the Dark Wizzy versus Grayson game as well. Got to see Shu do it also.
Phenomenal character switch, and I have to say, I'm not as familiar with the Shu Mario, but I think we got a lot of footage to watch, especially as we stick with the Mario going into the game 4 here, and I don't see any reason to not have the utmost confidence as we go to Hollow Bastion. We saw some pretty interesting dynamic shifts with the stage selection in the winner's set against Dark Wizzy. So definitely taking some notes here. Shu already getting some early damage, but Grayson firing back.
I think the key of what really worked for Dark Wizzy against Grayson was that he really adapted to the way that Grayson was trying to change things up in the corner. Right now, hasn't really mattered that much. Shu got an opening and ran with it all the way to the tune of about 80%, but Grayson able to fire back now. I think that he's just going to have to keep his eye on how Shu wants to try to approach him when he's sitting in this non-platformed area,
right,
and how she wants to try to get those big openings when, in theory, Grayson should have control of the whole stage.
Ooh, I like the use of the neutral air there. It looked like Grayson was ready for it. Wow, crazy defensive timing as well. Grayson looking for the big hit, but it's going to be Shu finding the back air instead, trying to put some pressure on here at the ledge with the gyro. See, ooh, a little gyro toss.
Mm-hmm. Again, one of those moments where you just say, okay, like, I don't need anything fancy right here. As long as I get my ledge trap going, I can do well. But how many of these just up smashes out of nowhere has Grayson connect? Even with that tall ceiling on Hollow Bastion, just chasing Shu all the way up, connecting that up air, taking her out of the first stock in what could be the last game of Low Tier City for her.
Possibly. Still finding some big hits. The down air, a close call, but not exactly going to do it without the rage as well. Not really taking too many hits either so far, just the laser. And this is a big opportunity to even it back up here. I like that patience, but good stuff from Grayson, finding that jump to get out of that situation. Oh,
ooh, and such great patience there by Grayson to know that that back air is super safe. You can't swing back at it. Got to resist that urge, right? So let Shu do something after that landing, and then was able to fire back in kind, bringing her all the way up to 52% and climbing. And meanwhile, with these big blast zones on Hollow Bastion, Rob, heavy character, not going down just yet.
Definitely not. This is going to be a regrab, though. Big opportunity, but Shu trying to mix it up a little too much. That up smash not finding the mark, and this is huge for Grayson. Got to watch out for the down air, but the gyro, good insurance.
And she's got it back in hand. The back air takes it away, though, and Grayson just going for the ledge trap, the reset scenario, calling out the fireball and the drift in afterwards as well with that side B. Such great option coverage, and has the timing down pat, which we talked about with the ZSS games. Looks like Grayson is adjusting to the Mario on that aspect as well.
And a quick 35 off of an ambitious up special from Shu. Grayson trying to run away with it right now, looking for these down tilts and the forward airs to kind of just box out Shu's approach. She hasn't really been able to find too much, but if there is ever a time to make it happen, this is a perfect time to get it started.
And, again, we talked about her ability to do this with ZSS to make a comeback in a game, and Mario is much more of a robbery character than ZSS is, so, I mean, you just got to watch out if she's able to land stuff like the rising up airs. I mean, stocks can go bye-bye quickly.
I think we're seeing a little bit of that now. Already 72 just from one opening. Nice defensive parry as well. Fantastic timing. And this up air on the platform is so dangerous, but finally, Grayson gets some room to breathe. Good projectiles. Oh.
Shu used those up airs really well also. Just recognizing, okay, I can't land with this up air. It's going to be too punishable, so I just need to drift away. Grayson missing an opportunity right there because Shu really mitigated that chance, but Grayson off the trade. The up air's not going to be enough, but stray hits, a grab, anything can do it at this point. And it's a roll read with the up smash, same as the set started. That's how it finishes. Grayson calling out that movement and taking the set 3-1.
And that's a very, very interesting dynamic that we saw unfold throughout that match, and not at all what I expected when I sat down and saw that bracket. The Shu Mario showed up. Grayson made some crazy adaptations that we didn't really have a chance to see in the winner side of things, but I know there's